So iOS, iPadOS, and macOS 27 Beta 2s were all released by Apple today, and this comes exactly 2 weeks after Beta 1 did get released, and we know all of those changes that came with it, mainly around Siri and Siri AI. Unfortunately, aside from that, there weren't a ton of real new updates, tiny small tweaks and changes, but most of it was behind the scenes performance improvements, app opening experience improvements, and hopefully battery life improvements. So we are back to take a quick look at Beta 2 today, and spoiler alert, I don't think we're going to have too much to go over because this is yet again mostly just a background update. However, if we jump into settings, general, and about, you can see iPadOS 27 has a new build number of 24A5370H. The H yet again is significant because we are getting closer to the beginning of the alphabet from Beta 1, and we know this is still ultimately not coming out until September. So while we have a ways to go, it is nice seeing it heading in the right direction, and we should only be another beta or two away before the public betas are live. Having said that, again, what we talked about, Siri AI, which is in beta, is one of the biggest changes coming to iPadOS 27. And from the first beta, you can see very few things have actually changed here. But one thing I do want to point out that is still not updated is in voices, being able to actually change dictation and things like that, and how quick it actually reads is just still not in here. So that is only going to be an iOS feature, as you can see here, going into responses, going into voices. We don't have pace or expressivity here, which is just kind of strange. Hopefully they will add that for people that are looking forward to it. But otherwise, that is going to be a feature that looks like it will be reserved under voices for just iOS. Not a big deal, but if you were hoping to see that, it is still not here in version 2. We do have a new visual intelligence option here under Siri. When you select it, you can see it says highlight to image search. When highlighting subjects to find similar images, it automatically sends the image to third parties and provides results. We will go ahead and turn that on. But aside from that, everything else is exactly the same as it was in Beta 1. Now, jumping outside of this, one thing I do want to show you is under General and iPad storage. Just to give you an idea here, you can see iPadOS is using up a super large amount of data here, thanks to Apple Intelligence now eating up 26.25 gigs. iPadOS is only 15.54, but for a total size, you're now using up 41.79 gigs. Just for the iPadOS, pretty crazy. And then system data is at 18.9. If we actually do jump around into the OS, trying to go into different apps, let's go into the App Store now. Scroll around, everything looks very fluid, and I actually have to say it's pulling down mighty nicely. Whoever came up with this animation, by the way, they deserve a raise. This is probably one of the cleanest looks for Siri I've ever seen, or even to interact with a virtual assistant. Let's go ahead and actually pull in Siri and ask it a question. Let's type. When is the next Morgan concert? If I could talk, it would help, guys. Let's try this again. When is the next Morgan Wallen concert, and what is the least expensive ticket? So it's going to do its search, and let's see how quick it is, because in iOS Beta 1 and watchOS, it was somewhat slow, but that was pretty quick here. And then if we open it up, you can see upcoming tour dates, the city, the venue, and the lowest ticket price right there. That was pretty good. Unfortunately, it will not purchase the tickets for you. It will take you to Ticketmaster or TicketX if you do want to get them. But that would be something very nice to see in the future. Future. So going out of that, let's go into Apple Vision Pro. This app does always take a minute to load. Let's go ahead and, let's close it out. Let's go ahead and jump around. Let's go into the F1 TV app. So it's loading pretty decently. I do have to say, I have not seen an issue with that. We'll jump into the keyboard test too. Let's try it here. We did just do this with iOS, and it did seem to work a little better, but it was still intermittent. Let's try it again. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phones and Drones. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully you guys have a quick, quiet, relaxing week. So you can say it worked out okay. Still not the best. It's still, to me, not as fluid as Gemini does. When texting, there is a slight delay, but not crazy at least. Let's try actually just typing it itself. What's going on? How are you today? So keyboard does seem to be responsive here as well. One thing we didn't look at, so we're going to do this live together here, is in the keyboard here for iPadOS. Let's go into keyboard. So there is no setting here like there is in iOS, and I will pull it up to show you for that advanced model. Let's see. Under keyboards down here where it's advanced dictation preview, that does not exist here. Somewhat disappointing and surprising. I'm not sure why it would be on one but not the other, but sure enough, here we are, so you guys kind of can see what that looks like. Unfortunately, not being part of the beta. Not yet, at least. But then, yeah, just scrolling around, everything does look pretty good. We know what the new Siri app looks like. It's been here. You can see the requests easily that I've launched across platforms, too. Everything's pretty good. Let's see right here, one of the searches. Yeah, nothing too crazy at all in this beta. Unfortunately, again, it seems like it's going to be pretty low key and not too exciting. If we do jump into the calendar though, let me close this out. Let's go into the month view here. So today's obviously the 22nd. It's been 2 weeks since Apple released beta 1. I would anticipate another delay here before we get into beta 3. So I wouldn't expect anything on the 29th. I would first look at the next beta coming the week of July 6th. Obviously, the 4th is a holiday here, but I don't think we'll have any hindrance or hiccups going to July 6th for the next update, and then we should be on a weekly cadence after. I would assume beta 3 will be the last developer beta before we get our first public beta on beta 4 for developers, public beta 1 for public beta testers on the 13th. Just my guess. Nothing is in stone yet for that, but historically speaking, that's what Apple typically likes to do. So again, we're really at the end of June already, and then come July and August, and then we know September, we're getting everything out to the public, including new iPhones and other new hardware. So let me know in the comments down below how iPadOS has been working for you. Are you liking it? Are you underwhelmed? What device you're using? If you have any issues, comment what those are, and we will catch you in the next one. Peace.